guys, Strogdor here, and welcome back to my Let's Play. Last time we built this crop farm, and I was having trouble with the length of the pulse. I have gotten that fixed. I had to go ahead and put a hopper timer slash pulse extender on it. I'll show you what that is here in a second. I will have a tutorial for the hopper timer slash pulse extender sooner or later. I'll try to do it tomorrow, but I doubt I'll be able to do it. My sister just had a baby, so I don't really have much time to record, and that's also why today's episode's going to be just a little bit boring. We're going to do a few small things, namely we're going to collect some sheep, because sooner or later we're going to want a sheep farm and other things, so we'll see what we'll actually end up doing. But let's go ahead and show you how this farm works. So as you can see, I got most of the stuff grown. There's a few over there that's not. And if I press this, we're going to go ahead and just see all of it go ahead and pop. There is a little bit of a problem. Some of the stuff gets stuck on the sides. I might be able to fix that. I'm not too worried about it, but I have a couple ideas that I might be able to employ to fix that. As you can see, the water is still out. I might be able to take a few items out of that hopper timer then. Should turn off here in a second. Yep, there it goes. So all the items, and let's look at the collection system. Basically, we got two water streams, pushing them into the middle into two hoppers, and then the hoppers will eventually pick all of those up and push them into this chest. I'm pretty sure. Okay, this didn't happen before. I'm hoping that that's just still grabbing items and pushing them into the hoppers because of how hoppers work on Pocket Edition right now. So let's go ahead and pick up these few things. Yeah, see, we get a few items on the sides, not that big of a deal, and it doesn't look like the items are actually going in there. Might as well eat a carrot. Yeah, they're not going in there. It's probably because they're getting stuck on the middle. Oh, no, they're actually getting pushed in. Yeah, like I said, it takes a little while for the hoppers to actually pick those up. But it seems to not take 5 minutes. Yeah, see, it's starting to... Yeah, now they're going into the chest like they're supposed to. So let's go ahead and look back here before I close this up on what I had to do. So on the last episode, I actually did have this monostable circuit here to give us a short pulse. I kept that. It's not entirely necessary, but it's better just to work with short pulses anyways. You have less chances of bad things happening. Let's see, I can do this and do this. Oh, I sure hope. Let's see. Yeah, see, I got 40 items in there, and that works out. 30 seem to work just fine, and I could have probably got away with 35. 40 is kind of overkill. Anyways, here's the hopper timer. Basically, I don't know. Can't really trigger it from over here, can I? So let's go ahead and press this, and then we will see. So when you press that, the pulse goes into here, powers this, which lets the items flow from this hopper into this one, which gives a signal here, And then when that pulse is done, the items will end up going back this way, and when they're all out of here, that will shut off. So that's the hopper timer. This right here is a dual edge monostable. So it gives a pulse. Yep, there it goes. Gives the pulse on the on and off. So if I could, I don't have any redstone torches. Let's make a button. See if I can show you this. So I'll grab a button, because like I said, it's not necessary for this to be a short pulse. It's just, if it's more important to be a short pulse if this is a very short clock, which it's not. So if I press this, notice that creates a pulse on the on, and then when it goes off, this torch turns on, which creates a pulse in the second monostable. So basically, when it turns on the water, and when it turns off the water. Pretty simple. I mean, I can leave that there. It doesn't really matter. I'll take it with me though. And I'm taking this with me. Yep, see, it just hit the second pulse. So that's how that works, guys. Again, I will have a tutorial on this. I'm not sure if I have a tutorial on this dual edge. This dual edge is something I made. I don't know. I'll do a tutorial on this and the actual timer variation on it, and I think I'll do a tutorial on this with it. So, I don't know. Again, that will happen eventually when I have more time. Today I don't have time. So, I will be back. I'm going to want to go ahead and plant this, and I'll plant this off screen. Well, I'll plant it off screen, but I want to show you how to plant efficiently so they grow fast. Because a lot of people don't know this. There's actually some code in the game that dictates how this grows. So a lot of people, and these are wheat seeds, a lot of people will grow them like this and put them right next to each other. Well, the thing is, the game actually has code that wants you to basically grow them in rows. So if you have a row of wheat like this and a row like this and a space, they'll actually grow faster. The thing is, if you're wasting that space, you're kind of just wasting the space, which isn't good. Now the code actually looks at what kind of crop is next to it. So if you plant carrots next to wheat, it will actually still have the wheat grow fast. So if you alternate rows between at least two crops, I do like doing this with potatoes when I'm actually using potatoes, but right now we got a cow farm that works pretty good. I've got steak for days. So basically just alternate your crops in rows, and you'll actually have them grow faster. Most efficient way to do it, but probably not that important. Yeah, I'll be back when we get ready to do what we're doing next. I still haven't quite decided what's going to happen. So I will be back, guys. Okay, guys, as you can see, all the stuff did end up filtering into this thing. I'm not sure if you've seen that when I grabbed those there, and I replanted everything. Also, I forgot to tell you, that little chest over there, if you're wondering, that's just where I'm going to put my hose. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, when I was building this up, my game crashed, and I literally lost every carrot I owned. Every carrot. I had them in my inventory, and then I put them into this chest, and then it crashed, and my inventory saved and the world itself reverted back to before it saved, and that was when I took all the carrots out of there, so there was no carrots up here, and this chest didn't even exist here before it saved. So this wasn't here and all the carrots were gone. So I actually had to go out and find my zombie spawner, which I actually lost track of. Like, I knew the general area. I should have probably did a video on that, trying to find that. That was pretty funny, but let's go ahead and go over to see if I can make the jump, because the zombie spawner isn't very far. You know that we have a spider spawner down in our strip mine. Then we got the skeleton spawner right here. And then if we go over here, we're not going to go all the way down into the spawner because I'd have to dig that out, and I need ladders so I can get it. But once I found it, basically all I did was dig straight up. It should be here somewhere. Dug straight up. It's in this jungle portion right here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I dug straight up and put a little beacon right here so I know where to dig back down. So it's directly below us, quite a few blocks down. But yeah, I had to sit there for a few minutes. Luckily I have a looting 3 sword, so it didn't take too long to get a carrot. And I even got our first potato, but again, potatoes aren't very important because of because we got a food farm already, and potatoes aren't very good for anything other than eating, honestly. So what we're going to do today, and I've decided, since I don't have a lot of time, we're going to just grab some sheep. Of course, I should have grabbed some wheat while I was over there before I showed you guys that. Yeah, so we're going to grab some sheep, because what I want to do is eventually have a sheep farm with all the different colors, because wool is actually a good building block. I'm not a big builder, but I'm going to start trying my best at getting better at it. And in order to do that, I'm going to want a sheep farm. Going along with that, we will be making a flower farm so we can get some dyes. Let's actually go ahead and get this temporary pen up. So this is going to be the first thing we do, and maybe the only thing today. Again, I'm sorry guys, but my sister just had a baby, so I don't have a lot of time. This just needs to be temporary. I should just dig it down in the ground like I normally do, but I don't really care right now. It's not that big of a deal. And then I can grab a... That was not what I wanted to do. Actually, let's go over here. I did put a crafting table here too. I'm going to start putting crafting tables just about everywhere I go. I'm going to grab 3 of those. And that way we can get a little area where it's like a little buffer so they don't just run out. Here, we'll even make that a little bit bigger because I don't want any fences in my inventory. So we'll go ahead and put those there and there. So we just need to lure them in there. Again, this is just temporary. This is going to be where we're going to breed them up. Maybe. I don't know. I just want to catch some sheep and make sure I know where they're at. I know we got some sheep around here somewhere. There was a black sheep back there. I don't know what happened to our pink sheep. He might have despawned. I never did feed him, so if you don't feed these guys, they tend to despawn. So our pink sheep is probably MIA. I don't know, he might be around here somewhere. I haven't really looked for him in a while. Who knows, maybe he's on a vacation or something. I didn't pay enough attention to him. I was neglecting. Look at all these sheep. They're everywhere. Aw, he lost interest. Come on. Takes a second for him to get in. Wow, that didn't take long at all, actually. Normally, on console and PC, if they lose interest, it takes like close to 20 seconds for them to get interested in the weed again. Well, what did I do that for? That was stupid. See, look, now they're all uninterested. Come on. Come on. Yeah, thank you. I was going to eat for some weird reason. Come on. You're not very bright, are you? No, don't come. No. You stay there. Come on. You get in here. Here. Come on. Okay, we got 4 of them. Let's go ahead and breed them all. Come here. And there you go. They'll be breeded up. Let's go find a few more. Experience isn't very important. I might as well talk on what I have plans for. I did touch on this last episode a little bit, but I seem to like not communicate my plans very well. There's like a lot of stuff I want to do. Like I want a path from here going over to our not done map wall. Need to finish this, but I haven't had a lot of time to play. Again, I'm putting a map back here, and then we'll have like a little stone floor or something, some kind of floor, decorative. And then we're going to have like lights that turn on when it's dark, because I do not like the spamming of all these torches. It's quite annoying. But let's go ahead and sleep, because I don't feel like getting creepered today. Okay, so we got a few sheep. I mean, that's technically good enough. Like if I had a place where I knew where I wanted these flower farms to go, I would actually go ahead and do it, like right now. So I will be back when I figure out another thing to do. Again, this might be a slightly shorter episode. I guess since I might not be able to do that tutorial, I do want a Netherwart farm, and it is needed. So I could build a quick Netherwart farm and then show you guys how to do that hopper pulse extender. I don't know where I'm going to put it. So I will be back when I figure something out. Okay guys, I am back. I did not have enough soul sand to actually finish this because I wanted an 8x8. This one doesn't really matter. The reason why I wanted the one out there to be 8 wide is because I put the water sources on the side and they only go in 4 blocks. So we had a maximum of 8 wide. This could be as wide as I want because these don't need water to stay planted. But I'm just going to stick with 8 anyways because it's a lot of resources anyways. Because of these guys. That's why I had to grab a lot of string. Also, if you didn't know this, soul sand actually, if you watch, I will dip down into soul sand. So it's actually a block lower. So this is a 2-block high gap, but you still can't get into it if you're going in from soul sand. This is normal. This is how it works on console and PC. It's just a weird thing. And yeah. Also, I did not go and grab all the buckets for the water yet because I'm not going to be planting quite yet. But I wanted to show you how this hopper timer thing works. So everything on the bar should be about anything I'll need. Should be. So let's see. Repeater, comparator, hopper. Yep. Okay, so that works. I think I'm going to have to go back one more block, possibly. I'll dig it out just in case. But, yeah, this isn't very hard to build. It looks more complex than what it is. Basically, it's a NOR latch attached to a couple hoppers. So, let's see if so repeater, comparator, hopper, dropper. Then hopper, that right here. So this is actually where we want our output. Just getting this, actually I don't want this to be stone, might as well not waste my stone. Okay, so this is where we want our output. So I'll set that there. I'll set that there. So basically, you want one hopper facing into another hopper, like so. You're going to want a NOR latch underneath it, so let's build that. Not click on the hopper. So a block into a torch. This block is not part of the NOR latch, but this one is. And then we're going to have another block with another torch. I guess I didn't have to go back another one. And then I'm going to take a repeater, place it that way, and place another one this way. Make sure this torch is on. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple blocks there. We're going to use a comparator going that way. That will detect items in this hopper, and a comparator going that way. And this isn't going to be exactly a hopper timer, because a timer or a clock would actually go back and forth. This is going to be a pulse extender, so we're going to actually leave out a part from the clock. Again, I will do an actual formal tutorial on this and show you all the variations on it, but not right now. I guess I did need redstone dust, so I'm going to put redstone dust there into a torch. Then that torch into dust going into this block. This will reset the NOR latch after all the items flow back into this thing. So that's actually the pulse extender, and of course I don't have a button again, but we will grab a button. Where's my button? Right here? Yeah, button. Go ahead and place the button on here for now. I'll hook it up outside later. Actually, I did have to go back another block, didn't I? Okay, I'll be back. I have to move this all back one block. Okay, guys, I got that done. Same exact setup I had, just moved back 2 spaces. I moved it back 2 spaces because I'm still not sure if I needed the extra space. This is our input block right here. And I couldn't have it tie into that. I could have probably just raised this all up, powered the top blocks and stuff if I really wanted to, but yeah. So I did end up doing one thing, and that was to put items, and you put items in this dropper right here. Depending on how long you want the pulse to be, you put more or less. So if I press this, this turns on. The button's already done, and the pulse is still going, and it will shut off here in a second, and there you go. So that's our pulse extender. Next, I put the pulse extender into this block, and this block is the input to our dual edge monostable, and I'll go ahead and do that quick. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and put a dropper there and a dropper there, so one right behind this block and one right next to it. And then we're going to take 2 hoppers and put a hopper into each of these things. And I'm going to grab some torches because it's getting dark in here. So the hoppers are facing directly into the hoppers, or the hoppers are facing directly into the droppers. So this one's going here, this one's going here. Next, you're going to put a couple of blocks on top of the hoppers. Then you're going to crouch and place a repeater on both of those. And let's see if I can try to. Okay, I've got the dropper. We gotta have a block in each of these droppers too, by the way. So we'll put one in each of them. And then we're going to put a redstone torch there. We're going to take a couple comparators, put one there and one there. Take a couple more repeaters, put them there. Then you hook these 2 up together. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Just making sure we have enough signal that I don't need to use another repeater, which I don't. So now if I press this, creates a pulse, and then after this is done, it will create another pulse. Just like that. And that's how you get your water to go in and out. Again, I don't have water in there, and I'll get that done off screen. I'll get this whole thing done off screen. It's basically the same farm as the one outside. It's just going to have Netherwart, and it doesn't need to have water on the sides. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the episode, guys. I just wanted to show you how to build this quick. Yeah. So I'm running out of time to play, so okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. My game just crashed. So I don't remember exactly what I was saying. I think it was something along the lines of check out my build tutorials if you enjoyed this episode, because I do have build tutorials on my channel. I'm just going to do the whole outro again. Please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.